Hey guys, this is Nathan and welcome back to Vintage Story. Hope you guys are doing good today. I am doing great. So I was out and about getting some stuff. I was trying to get some wood for charcoal, and for that reason I am out here at the distant translocator. And of course we have some resin out here. And so I'm trying to clear out any trees that don't have resin, and that'll make it a little bit easier for us to be able to collect resin later on, which is going to be very important for what we've got coming up soon. But, you know, our translocator's in a cave, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to have a look around this cave because I definitely have not completely explored it, and yeah, we have a ruin here, and this is one of these type of ruins that has a wall with glass on it, and then I don't know what on earth is meant to be shown on the backside here, but you know, we have a bunch of cobble skulls, which is pretty cool, and a lot of other stuff. Now the bony rib cages, you know, we used to be able to pick those up. We can't pick them up now, but yeah, this bony soil will come in really handy for... Oh geez, I was not expecting that, but hey, that means we've got more cave down here. Who knows, maybe we can find ourselves a translocator down here, and that has been something that I have been hunting for, because, well, translocators, you know, we saw in the last episode, I have a lot, and I mean a lot, of the temporal gears, and so... yeah, we need to find some translocators so that we can use those. But we have chairs, tables, gears, cobwebs, crates. Oh, an ore vessel. What do we got in you? Black coal? Yeah, okay. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff here, and I think I'm just going to keep exploring here. I brought a lot of torches and ladders with me. And so we'll just see what we can find around here, and we'll go from there. Oh, and yeah, I am really close to the original translocator here. Well, this is not what I was looking for, but rich magnetite? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I guess. There's a bunch of cave running through it, but yeah. Okay, that's the green glow of being terrified. Oh god, can they climb walls? Oh, hi. You fell. Haha! Thank god. But there appears to be a nest around here someplace. That's not good. Well, that may put an end to our exploration that way. But we did find that magnetite. This was where the ruin was. That's pretty darn good if you ask me. So I decided to empty out my inventory and come back out here and do some mining on this magnetite that I just found. Because look at my temporal gear. This is a stable area, and that is a first for our iron mines. So, yes, I am very happy about that. I also grabbed 3 of the mining bags. So, if we look at my inventory, yeah, there's a lot of space that we can fill with stones and magnetite. So, that ought to be good. But I do think I'm going to stop the exploration because we have a lot of building that we need to get done. So, you know, in the last episode we started on our house, finally. And it took us a long time to get going on that. But we now have the beginning of it. And the nice part about that is we're setting the style for how this is all going to be built. And that's always a difficult thing. Anytime you start a new world or a new area or anything like that, what is the style going to be? And so we have set that up. And I have to say, one of the things that I had an issue with, which was what we were going to do on the side of the house, was answered very well by one of you guys. And that was to make a blacksmith on it. And so the blacksmith would be facing the other direction because, yeah, a blacksmith shouldn't be deep, it should be wide. So that makes perfect sense. We can wrap the road around and it will look amazing. But of course we need a lot of iron for that. And I think I'm probably going to quarry out a bit of this magnetite, and I'll probably quarry out some of the hematite that we have back by the base, because we'll use some of those as decorations. Because, yeah, that first floor that I showed in the base is one of many. So we should be going upwards of 4 floors above the ground, and so the the blacksmith would feel really out of place only being a single floor, and it would also still leave a huge amount of space exposed for the side of the house. So yes, we're going to have multiple layers there. We should have, like, the actual smithing area should be down at ground level. But then we'll have things like the helve hammer higher up, because we'll need the windmills on the side of the base, and then we'll need an area for bloomeries and an area for storage. There's going to be a lot of stuff to do there. So I'm going to dig here for a while. I'm probably going to do some work building on the house as well, and then we're going to take a look at what we can do for that blacksmith. Well, a couple more floors there makes a heck of a difference. So yeah, right now this is just a big empty shell. I haven't even finished putting in the floors because I ran out of pine. So I'm going to have to be going out and getting more of that. But yes, 3 floors. We will be connecting these with nice staircases. And then a 4th floor that, well, it's kind of an attic. So I don't know what we're going to be doing up here. But, I mean, we'll definitely be putting some stuff in here. Now, also, there is the basement, and this is going to be our food storage area. So that's what that one's going to be. So, yes, very nice. Got the whole thing set up here. Now, the reason it's so illuminated is there are torches inside of it. Now, of course, those are going to burn out. Eventually, we'll be able to get a lot of lanterns into this thing. But not right now. So next up, we need to start working on the blacksmith that is going to be going over here on the side. Now, the only thing with that is I want to be putting the basalt cobblestone down under the entire thing. And I don't know that I have enough. So I've only got a little bit of cobblestone in that chest. And then we have a decent amount of stones, but they disappear really fast when you start doing this stuff. Now, because of the fact that we need cobblestone, I did go out and get a whole bunch of the blue clay, but also something that I did during the Season 2 playthrough was to intermingle solid stone and gravel and sand with that as well. Now, we don't have a lot of the solid basalt stone and sand and gravel. It actually looks like a rock we have quite a bit of, but we need to get some gravel. So I'm not even sure where I need to go for that. This is all sand around here. Maybe up here, but I think this is sand as well. So we need to find some basalt gravel somewhere, and yeah, I'm not entirely sure where I'm going to be finding that. So let me go and get that. I also need to get the pine collected up and a few other things, and then we'll start in on this blacksmith. So I got done with the Sunday live stream here. Oh, it was actually yesterday. And one of the things that we decided during the live stream was that we were going to use some fire clay roofs. So I came out here to the south translocator because I had a deposit of fire clay here and some copper. So I went ahead and mined out the fire clay, found the copper. It was just poor, but it was a good sized vein. And so I decided, you know what, still got a little bit of inventory space. Just gonna look around and see what I can find. So I did find this cave, and I came in here. We've got a couple of deposits of borax in here. I did get almost a full stack of borax and decided I would go a little deeper, and I'm glad that I did because I found 2 ruins in very close proximity to each other, and we got 6 rusty gears out of all of that. But this is not the best part. So unfortunately my game crashed when I started recording. So I came over here and I saw this, and I can see that there's another ruin here. And yeah, actually what we've got here is well worth it because this is another translocator. So yes, we found another translocator, and we have been looking for these all over the place. So I shouldn't have broken that, but I guess we can eat this rice grain and then we can grab that and pick that up, and yeah. But anyway, so we've got another broken translocator here, a couple more gears, and nope, that's still just rusty stuff. So I don't know for sure what is higher up here yet. So, ooh, a lot deeper. That's what's up here, and a hole. So yeah, this is actually pretty good. But let's go ahead and mark this, and I think I'll head back to the base now because my inventory is completely full. I think I'm gonna grab just a little bit of something here. I don't know what, but I'll meet you guys back at the base and we can go over what was done in the live stream. So I am back at the base, and I've got my inventory emptied back out, and I just wanted to show you guys this. So you can see the outside of the building looks a little different, and that is because we did a lot of work inside of here. So we decorated the first floor, and this is absolutely amazing. And I do need to be really careful here because these upper floors are dark, and so quite frequently we get drifters spawning up there. But we made this chiseled couch and this carpet here, which is also chiseled, and I think they look really nice. We also found a couple of paintings from some traders out here. So if we zoom out here, so this guy here is a treasure hunter, so we can buy paintings from him. And then this guy over here is also a treasure hunter. Now, I wasn't able to buy all of his paintings because I ran out of gears. Now that I have those 6 gears that I just found, I actually probably have enough. But we did use purple heart in this. And so I just love this purple heart. It looks amazing. We went out and cut down the purple heart that I found. We got 5 more seeds from it. I planted those 5, and one of them grew into a sapling, so I brought it in here and put it in this loam planter. I think that looks really nice. We also have 1 walnut and 1 maple sapling as well. So yes, I'm really liking that. And then this room back here, we went and got the tapestries out of the one cave near our hematite mine and set up a bunch of display cases, and so now we have all of our shelves over here. So we're getting things looking a lot better around here. And so yes, next up is to continue on with building. So I think live streams is a good place to do the interiors on this because, I mean, the chiseling here, first off, we had to go to creative to figure all of this out, and then we had to go collect all the resources and chisel it. These 2 things, which is 12 blocks worth of chiseling, took something like 3 hours to design, collect resources, and then chisel. So it's a long process to make these things. So yeah, I don't feel like I want to be doing that for episodes. So we will be working on the upstairs, the next floors on the next live streams, which, by the way, there should be one on Wednesday of this week. It'll probably be the day this video goes out. But yes, in the meantime, I think I'm going to add on to the side of this. Now, originally the thought was that I was going to put a blacksmith over here, but you know, in thinking about some of the things that we need, I think the blacksmith is not the first one that we're going to add on here. Instead, we are going to add on a couple of other buildings, namely a bakery, and I'm not sure what the other one would be, maybe a potter's shop or something like that, but those are going to be much shallower buildings, and they will be facing that way instead of that way. So that's how we're going to deal with the depth of this building, and then we're going to bring the road out here and then go across the front of them. So I think that's going to be pretty cool. So I'm going to get some resources together and start building, and we'll see what I can come up with. So we had a live stream here a couple of days ago, and we got a whole bunch of stuff taken care of. First one, I don't think I did anything in here, but the big thing is plate armor, iron plate armor. This was a ridiculous thing to get. It has taken quite a bit of damage because I have done some deep caving and found a couple of spots for locusts down there, and the saw-blade locusts, they are dangerous beyond all reason, but it allowed us to get some extra metal scraps and some rusty iron gears. I also did a bunch of work on this building here, and I don't know for sure what I'm going to make it look like yet, just kind of laying out some basic stuff, but this is where we're going to have our bakery. So I think I'm going to put a chimney right here going up, and we're going to put our stuff in front of this. Now, one thing that I saw, well, you can see it here, I've made a whole bunch of unfired clay shingles, or, well, the fire clay shingles, and we're going to be using those for the roof on this thing. But one thing while I was working on that was to notice that we have a bakery now. Bakery, an oven. So if we grab, can I please grab a stack? Thank you. So this here, the clay oven. So I have not looked at this at all. So let's go ahead and make this up real quick. I want to see what this looks like. Now, one thing that people were saying in the live streams, and I didn't want to do this on the stream, was that we can actually make this and we don't have to fire it. And that's kind of nice. So, yeah, let's just work our way around here. It takes an awful lot of clay. And I keep hitting the wrong button. So, duplicate the layer. And we're just going to build this up. And we're probably going to make a couple of these, but it sounds like we need this to make bread now, as well as pies. And I'm kind of looking forward to having pies because you can place them down from the sounds of it. And I think that'll look really cool. So, man, this is a lot of clay to make this thing. We're already through half a stack. Okay, so now we're finally getting to the upper layers of it here. And more, geez. This thing is quite large. And so this layer is slightly different, and you know what, we're just going to switch to a 3x3 because it looks like all of this is 3x3. And also drifters. Yeah, I'm getting a little tired of hearing them all the time. Ah, really? ran out of clay. More than a stack of clay to make this thing. Oh, it has a little hole in the center. And more. Jeez. This is a bit ridiculous. Oh, we got a little tiny piece on the top. There we go. So there it is. I hope this thing is not directional. Can we break it? There we go. So, yeah, let's go ahead and throw our remaining fire clay in there. And yeah, this thing actually looks pretty cool. So let's go over here and see. Boy, I hope that it is directional. I hope that it doesn't always face the same direction. So if we place this here, oh, nice. That is really nice, actually. So we would actually want this slightly elevated. So it's going to be up about at that height. We could put a couple of them there. And yeah, I don't know that we're going to be able to put... Okay, we can put a block above it. So we'll be able to put like a chimney pipe coming out of it and go up into the chimney. That is really cool. So the final thing to look at from the live stream is we got a bunch of stuff done up in the top of the windmill here. So we can see the windmill is turning pretty fast at the moment. That's good. But we set up a whole bunch of stuff up here for smithing. So all of our ingots are now up here. We've got a whole bunch of extra tools. So tool heads, yeah, not going to be a problem. And I have set up my quern up here so that we can grind up all kinds of stuff when, you know, stuff is just sitting here. So yeah, lots of iron, some plates. We have actually a full stack of iron blooms that we need to take care of there. And we have tons of charcoal up here. And yeah, that's because I've actually increased the size of the charcoal pit. I just ran the charcoal pit a little bit ago, but the charcoal pit's getting quite large. Oh, and that's where the drifters are, is here in the charcoal pit. And I do happen to have my leather and gambeson armor on right now, so... Oh, and we must have a couple somewhere else too. But yeah, lots of stuff going on there. So I suppose at this point what I'm going to do, I'm going to continue working on the bakery and try to get something figured out on how I want the face of it to look. And we'll see how it looks when I'm all done. Well, I guess I can live with that. It may not be the best look in the world, but it definitely is interesting. So I did swap out the andesite dry stone walls here with chalk, and then I swapped into bald cypress for the secondary color on the sides. So yeah, we've got bald cypress up there down below, and I think that's looking pretty good. Got some little dormers up top, and those will go all the way along this side because we are going to be putting another shop next to this. So yeah, that's what I've got planned anyway. So inside, I haven't done a huge amount of work. I made a second clay oven, and then I used claystone dry fences for the chimney coming off of those ovens. I think that looks pretty good. Put some basalt cobble around and behind them, which is kind of nice. Also put these shelves out here because I found out that we can now put bread on shelves. So that's good. And then I've got this counter over here that would be able to be used for prepping materials and things like that. Now this corner here, I went ahead and sectioned it off because we need some way to get to the upper floors. So yes, now we have a ladder, and yeah, I know, a ladder, leading up to the upper areas. This one here is going to be an extension of the chimney and another flue basically that we can put a fire pit in here, and that would be good for this little area. And then going up even higher, we're going to have the attic space. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I might not do anything with it for all that matters. But yeah, we've definitely got some stuff going on here, and I don't really care for this. You know, anytime that you have slabs or stairs, there is no way to remove the snow from those blocks without removing the block. It does kind of stink. We can remove snow from paths and full blocks, but we can't remove it from stairs, roof tiles, or slabs. And it's whatever. But so the chimney is right here. We can see the underside of it there, and we'll be able to work up on that. Now I do need to get more lanterns made because, and my phone's dinging at me, but I need to get more lanterns made because we are actually out of lanterns now. I've got the one that's left in my inventory, and that's it. Now we've been making lanterns with glass and lanterns with clear quartz. And the thing is the clear quartz lanterns, they look a bit different. And I kind of like the look of it a bit more. So I'll probably be making a lot of those. And the clear quartz, I really don't have a big use for them. I've also put lanterns into all of the floors of the main house to keep the drifters from spawning in there. And yeah, this side could potentially get a little bit more decoration on it, but I think it's looking okay. I also added these stone brick pillars, andesite stone brick pillars, to kind of make this feel a bit stronger, and that made me rethink how some of the fences were put in here, but it's looking pretty good. I did go out and mine a whole bunch of peat, so we've got tons of peat in here because we're going to be using that peat for cooking. So yeah, a little bit more decoration in here would probably be in order, and I'm going to check and see how we're doing on the episode, and we'll go from there. Well, I am definitely feeling like we will need to add a dormer on this side. That's something that I can look at a little bit later. But I did do some decorating inside of here. So one thing that I forgot to mention, we went through another translocator that I found during the last live stream, and we found bamboo. So I went ahead and made some stacked bamboo blocks and put those down here. Makes it look kind of like a rug of sorts. I also put in a storage vessel that has all of our flax grain in it. And then I added some decorations here, got some plant or a planter and a painting. And then I put some raw pottery here because, well, you can't stack like a cooking pot with these other two things once they're cooked. So this works, and it can be like tool storage for the area. Maybe this crucible actually contains some oil, and then they've got a mixing bowl, not a cooking pot, and then just a regular bowl for something. I don't know. Also brought the wooden bucket in here and added a water source under here, because anytime that we are going to actually be making bread or pies, we need to make dough, and that is going to require water. So that is definitely something that we need. That is a useful addition. Now, it does feel like I could use something above the door here, and once we start getting like some bread or something onto these shelves, that won't look quite as bad. But some of this is still looking a little bare, so if you guys have any ideas for how I could decorate the remaining areas, please let me know down in the comments. But I do think that's going to be it for this episode. So I'm going to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, be sure to give a thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. If you have any thoughts about what I've been working on or anything that you want to see in the future, be sure to leave that down in the comments, and I will see you next time. Bye.